For May, I decided I was going to read some poetry, hopefully on a daily basis. Uh, and to begin with, I want to read a poem that I wrote back in the 90s when I was finishing up my Master's of Fine Arts. It was published two or three times. Uh, the other thing of importance about the poem, it is using the image of a Nordic moon, which basically means for the Norse, the Vikings, the moon was a symbol of male elements and the sun in reverse was female. So it's not following the typical formula for Western imagery. Uh, so I had fun with playing with that concept and symbolism. Uh, since it was written in the 90s, there's a lot I've forgotten that was the basis of the story in the poem. So it's strictly an imagist work. Um, there's no biographical connection in this at all. I've tried to go back in my journals and see where I was headed. This is just typically an imagist poem. Um, so, with that in mind, the moon dreams of Cecilia dreaming of the moon. The moon watches Cecilia support a bowl of apples with her knees. He watches her, how she shuffles a knife between the small red stars and her fingers, how she twists her wrists slowly, slicing the cores. He wants to move suddenly, to startle her eyes from the motions of her hands in her lap, to make her see him as he kneels in the shadows. He wants to gather oranges at night into wicker baskets, to watch them burn their colors as Cecilia's hair burns its halo over her neck, tucked behind her ears. He wants her to speak Spanish, to make her remember how they slept together, her mouth whispering, Nademos en los ojos de Dios. How he cupped her small feet tenderly, stroking them passive. He wants to lie with his head between her knees and have her fingers tug at his hair instead of the bowl of fruit. Have her fingers tracing the tattoo crescent cut into his thumb to make her need him. He resigns himself to silence. Slowly she pulls another pale opal from her lap, twirling it in the glare of the morning sun, every little motion a little death among her skirts, under her hands.